Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Nova and welcome back to Destiny Tracker. So today we're going to be going over something very important. There was an IGN first where there was a questionnaire and some very important questions were asked and they got some very important answers. So starting off with question 1, if there was any reason as to why we never saw theater mode within Destiny, and will we see it in Destiny 2 or will the sword glitch still work? So Mark Noseworthy went on by answering, Destiny 2 will not feature a theater mode, but he has zero knowledge as to whether or not the sword glitch still works for those out there. So, for those out there who used the sword glitch in Destiny 1 to make those amazing fan films and sometimes even montages, keep hope alive because he has no knowledge if that's actually making a return. And they are recoding the game completely different from Destiny 1, so I mean, although it's very likely that it may not show up, just keep hope alive, it may be coming back. So question 2 is, will Arabic be supported as a language choice in Destiny 2, and is there a place to see all supported languages and in-game narration? Mark goes on to say that unfortunately it will not be supported. The team they have wants to get as many languages as possible coded into the game, however they do have limits to what they can do. With that said, the supported languages are as follows: Latin American, Spanish, Russian, Polish, and Chinese are brand new to D2. Plus English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Castilian version, Spanish, the Latin American version, Japanese, Portuguese, Russian, and Polish are getting a full translation with narrative, voice acting, and text, while simplified Chinese and traditional Chinese gets a partial translation, sort of an English native text comparison. Now for question 3, since it's easier to update Destiny 2 compared to Destiny 1, how frequently will we see updates? So in a nutshell, Mark goes on to say that Destiny 1 received regular updates, however content gaps is something that they want to avoid in Destiny 2. So they have a lot more content loaded and ready to go for Destiny 2's lifecycle, which by the way is really good to hear. So on to question 4, will Destiny 2 support HDR or have any enhancements for PS4 Pro or the Xbox One X? Mark goes on to say that the PS4 Pro is running at Destiny 2 at 4K just fine. However, they don't know how they are going to support the Xbox One X as it does launch after D2 does. So far, they know that they won't be able to support HDR with the launch of Destiny 2. However, it is something that they are looking forward to, so we may see it come after launch. Now, moving on to question 5. Basically, what are cloud servers? So, for those who know what happened way back when Destiny 2 was very first revealed in Hawthorne, it was announced that Destiny 2 did not have dedicated servers, but it was working on a hybrid of client to server connection and peer-to-peer connection. So I'm going to do my best right now to explain to you what that is. So in Destiny 1, peer-to-peer connection, everybody knows it. Basically, when you load into a lobby, it's you connected to another guy, and if their internet connection is very laggy, then it affects everybody's play in the lobby. He may get booted, and then all of a sudden, you know, it happened a lot in Destiny 1 with the raids. If somebody got booted, you had to find a new host, or if you spent too long in a raid and somebody's connection got very bad connecting to the server, then you had to switch hosts to make sure that you stayed in there and you didn't lag out. However, in Destiny 2, basically, envision this. If you load into a Trials of Osiris match, everybody's connection is going to be connected via peer-to-peer so that you're actually able to shoot the guy that you're aiming at. However, you won't be connected to the server directly from somebody else's strongest connection in the lobby anymore. What's going to happen is, when you load into the lobby, your team is going to get paired up with the other team, and the server is going to connect to a client, which is basically connecting you to the server. So there's going to be a middleman between you and the server. It's going to be your team paired up with the enemy team connected to a client, which is connecting to the server. So in case somebody gets booted, it's not going to affect the complete structure of the lobby, and it's not going to have to search for a new host because the host is continually connected throughout the whole match. All that's going to happen is the enemy got booted, or the member on your team got booted, and he's either not going to get back in or he is going to get back in. However, you shouldn't experience as much lag as you did in Destiny 1. and there will be no longer any complaints about host migrations or somebody completely just lagging out because they were in the lobby for too long. So that's actually great to hear, and it's a good way to keep peer-to-peer connections together, because that's actually the best type of internet connection besides dedicated servers. But with dedicated servers, you can still get the host migration issues. So I'm interested to see how this is going to work, but I'm still a tad bit skeptical. But you know, we'll see when Destiny launches. So far the beta was extremely good, so we're getting somewhere. Now with question 6, will our characters remain mute through the sequel? Luke Smith goes on to say, yes they will. Question 7, are there any multi-passenger vehicles? Nope. They just said nope. Question 8, with armor having all new recovery, resilience, and agility traits, will the armor look different so you know which armor is using which trait? Yes, each armor piece will look just like what the trait seems like. For example, heavy armor will look bulky as it is packed with resilience and recovery. So basically, Titans, all your resilience and recovery gear is going to be bulky because it's supposed to be heavy. It's supposed to symbolize heavy armor, just like the hunters are speccing for agility and recovery. So everything is going to be looking very sleek, very, you know, just very speedy. So that's good to know. Now with question 9, are there any changes resulting from the beta? Yes. First off, super regeneration has been buffed across the board, and then in PvE specifically, grenades deal more damage, and then kinetic and energy weapon damage has been improved, as well as power ammo has been changed to drop more frequently, but from specific adds. Now for question 10, we have an IG user going by Corgi8 who asks, will PvP and PvE be balanced separately or as one? Now, Luke Smith goes on to say that PvP and PvE are balanced separately in many ways. Things like outgoing damage across weapon archetypes, ability, and melee damage are all different. So I think what you're saying actually is, will the combat rhythm for Destiny 2 diverge across PvE and PvP? And the answer is no. So basically, in English, what he's saying is, in PvE, will the gameplay be slow because of the way that the game is balanced? If you were to balance it separately between PvE and PvE, will the gameplay be slow, and then go over to PvP and everything's fast because everything is buffed differently in PvP? Now, by the community, I'm pretty sure that's the way they want it to be, but Bungie has this vision where whatever you get in PvE carries over to PvP, so they're balancing everything at the same time, but at the same time they're balancing everything separately so that PvE has a set damage cap for all the adds, and then PvP makes sure that you don't nuke everybody, but everything is still balanced around the same pace and same time. So there you go, guys. That was the questionnaire for IGN's first of today. It's pretty interesting to know that cloud servers are coming, and we actually finally got the buff to super regeneration, because let's be honest, that was horrendous. Now, I'm actually extremely excited for Destiny 2. I'm extremely excited for the launch. Hopefully we do get some HDR support, because I will be upgrading to that TV pretty soon. And I'm very excited to play Destiny in 4K, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen later on in the month of August with the PC beta, and I'm just excited to see everything. I'm just an excited kid. So there we go, guys. My name is Nova. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe to Destiny Tracker if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care.